Okay, so I start this off by saying a long time coming is definitely an understatement here. I think the last time I was in front of this camera talking to y'all about just the direction that me and the guys were about to move in, I think it was last year. It was almost a whole year ago. It was last summer in July. Here we are, it's 2020, getting ready to be July again, and I'm just now being able to get things moving on my end. And for those that aren't aware of what I'm talking about, I'm a part of a group called the Gym Droppers, and we have a YouTube channel, which we've had for about 3 to 4 years actually. Within the past 2 years, we haven't been as active. And there's a lot that factors into that, and we kind of discuss it in that last video that we did put on our channel. I won't dive too deep into that. I'll just link the video below. But yeah, we addressed a lot in that video. A lot of the things that people were wondering about, and just a lot of the things that the people who watch us needed to know to understand how things are going to be moving forward. Um, we're all working on different channels right now, and that's not to say that we aren't going to ever get back to Gym Droppers, because that's going to always be there. Like, we're all going to still work as a collective on certain occasions, but as I mentioned in that video, there are things that we are bringing to the table. And while it's good to have those different viewpoints and just minds in one video, sometimes the light needs to shine on just one mindset, which is the point in us having these different channels now. Shontis focuses on sports. Twin slash Man focuses on technology. I'm focusing on just, I don't even really know how to categorize it. Like, I'm able to talk about serious topics, like whether it be something involving a relationship, life advice, like you name it, I'm probably going to talk about it here on this channel. And that's something that I wanted to do for a while. When we did get started with Gym Droppers, we did offer life advice there, and try to offer our insight on certain situations. But one thing about us, and I realized this a long time ago, we all did, one of our downfalls is the fact that we're comfortable with each other, so we're gonna obviously laugh and have a good time whenever we do stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But me just thinking about it long term, I was like, this is stuff, and these are topics that people should be able to come back to 5 years from now and still be able to take away, the positivity and the good message behind it all. And if we're laughing and, tripping in the video the whole time, there ain't really a whole lot that can be taken away. And again, I do understand that there's nothing wrong with us laughing and having a good time while making videos for people to watch. But I just thought back to my early years. When I was about 11, 12 years old, somewhere around there, that's when people truly started coming to me for advice. Like the beginning of middle school, pretty much. And even with being so young, like the way I just thought about stuff, it always stood out to people. Like they would always come to me because they really wanted to see how I thought about stuff, and they wanted to just take how I look at it and apply it to their situation so that they can look at it the same way, or just get through whatever they're going through. And that stuff sticks out to me because I think, like I said, I think back to that time, and I was 11, 12 years old then. I'm 22 years old now. So obviously my mind is only expanded in that area. Like my way of thinking or how I look at stuff is just, it's only grown. So I feel as if I've got a lot to offer people, knowledge wise and just perception wise. And I don't want to focus on the comedy I bring to the table, because yes, I'm funny. There's nothing wrong with being funny, but when I'm dead and gone, that's not what I want to be known for. I truly feel as if my purpose is to help people in life, help them get through what they're going through. And sometimes comedy does help with getting you through tough times, but a lot of times it's just gaining knowledge that you didn't have about something before and taking what you learned and applying it to your situation. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to be the person that people can come to, whether it be physically or virtually, and just gain a new outlook on stuff. Just leave with something they didn't have before. And I look at a lot of stuff like that. Like I don't I don't believe in just dedicating your time to anyone or anything that's not going to teach you something in the long run. And that's why I say I don't want to be remembered for comedy, because I just feel as if God has just blessed me with too much knowledge to just only be trying to give that to the world. And by that, I mean comedy. I need to be able to offer up my knowledge and my viewpoints because a lot of people benefit from it. And before like anybody tries to come at me and say that I think that, like I have the best mind in the world, or how I think is the only way to think, like it's nothing like that. I wouldn't even be here if, I didn't feel like I truly make a difference in people's lives. Like it's not on any sort of conceited stuff at all. Like it's just realizing that a lot of people do benefit from conversations we've had and things that I've said. And I want to share that with more than just the people I see on a daily basis or talk to on a daily basis. Like, some stuff I post might benefit someone in Montana. I'm probably never going to go to Montana. I don't have any desire to. I don't know where God is going to take me, but, I know like within the next year, I'll probably never be in Montana. But that doesn't mean that something I say can't benefit somebody up there because they might need to hear it. So that's why I am where I am now as far as wanting to make videos that just focus on serious topics that people need to talk about. And quick side note, and I'm kind of getting away from what I've been talking about so far, but this does all come full circle, so just bear with me. So the whole idea of me even doing YouTube started my senior year of high school when I was putting stuff on my Snapchat stories. Obviously, it started with me being funny. It went from me being funny to giving advice and talking about stuff people would send me, because people would like Snapchat me, be like, hey, could you talk about this on your story today? I want to know how you feel about it. Or why do guys think like this? Or why does this happen when a girl does this? Stuff like that. So I took stuff like that into consideration, and I just thought about the fact that with Snapchat, the lifetime of what you post on your story is only 24 hours. I mean, yeah, you could save your stories or, the snaps that you posted, but it is only going to live on your story for that 24-hour time frame unless you keep reposting it. And I was just like, too many people are sending me topics to talk about and just asking for advice. But too many people are asking me this for me to just leave this up there for 24 hours. Like, this stuff needs to be able to live on because, yeah, they hit me up about it today. But let's say 3 people add me tomorrow, and then within the next week, one of those people that added me asked the same question or needs advice on the same thing. So then I got to thinking, you know what? I could put this stuff somewhere where it could live forever, and then it help people for days, weeks, months, even years to come. So that's where this idea came from. So yeah, all in all, I feel as if I've touched on everything I need to as far as what I'll be doing here on the channel and why it exists in the first place. Again, a big reason for it existing is because people want my outlook on situations. And a lot of what will be here on this channel is stuff that people have come to me about in the past or are currently asking for my outlook on. And I'll make a video about it and I'll upload it. And for those of you who might have other questions or other topics for me to discuss, you got to be able to communicate with me in order for me to talk about the things here on the channel. That being said, what I'm going to do is link my Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and I'll put one of my emails in the description below. That way y'all can reach out to me in a lot of different ways and let me know what it is you want me to talk about here. And though y'all are here for me to talk about serious topics, sometimes it's good to hear opposing viewpoints as well. So I will bring guest speakers on every now and then. But for the most part, as I've told y'all the past couple minutes, like, it'll be me tackling these topics. So I think that covers just about everything. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. So until the next video.